much for coming. It's pretty overwhelming, but it means a lot to all of us. I mean it. Okay. Richie was very special. He was the most sincerely sweet, affectionate, and kind-hearted person I can ever imagine. There was no bad in him, no malice. It was always smile and laughter, always. The hardest times I've ever laughed in my life were definitely with my brother. He was hysterical, and I think most of the time I was with him, I had my phone out recording every little thing he did because he was just so funny. The things he said and the weird sounds he made, just watching him would entertain me for the entire day. I can't begin to imagine my life without him. I know everyone in my family feels the same. He was the glue for my family, the clown, the light, the joy. Every time my family was together, it was non-stop laughter because Richie was always hamming it up. I can't explain the amount of joy he brought us, and still will every time we reflect on our moments together. I'm going to miss everything about him. The way he always wanted to be out shopping or traveling. The second he walked through the door, you hear him yelling, "Ready, go!" I'm going to miss him saying Merry Christmas, even in the middle of July. I'm going to miss him saying happy birthday on Christmas. I'm going to miss the way he pronounces my name and how he said it repetitively. And even when he had my attention, he'd keep right on yelling it with a big smile on his face like he just wanted to mess with me. I'm going to miss the sound of him giggling in his room, lights out, nothing going on, but he's in there laughing up a storm and making the craziest noises you've ever heard. He was just filled with joy. I can't imagine not having that joy around. One of the last times I visited Richie in the hospital, he had gotten over a very serious illness. His kidneys were failing him, but he was in that hospital bed clapping, laughing, and grinning ear to ear. His attitude was amazing to witness. He was the strongest person, the strongest man I've ever known. He overcame so many tribulations with his health and always came out swinging. I wish that this time had been like the others, but he put on through too much. I think that's the only saving grace here. For Richie to be free of all the sicknesses that ailed him. But it kills me to be without him. Richie was 11 years older than me, but even so, he felt like he was my baby brother. I'm going to miss his childlike sense of wonder and joy that he brought to my life every time I was with him, and every time we were apart, I was thinking of him and missing him. And that will never change. I think everyone had at least a 5-minute conversation with in my life knows about Richie. They know exactly who he is and what he means to me. That's how much I love him and how blessed I felt to have him in my life. I'll never stop feeling blessed, and I'll never stop carrying with me wherever I go. I wonder sometimes, had Richie been born without Down syndrome, what he would be like. Would his health have been better? Would he still be with us now? I don't know the answers, but I want to change him for the world. He was perfect. He taught me so much about loving unconditionally, about the joy of life and the joy of family. As hard as this pain is, I feel so truly blessed that I had him in my life. He brought so much joy that I didn't know was even possible. I'm blessed to have him as my brother and my best friend. I just hope he's with my sister Brittany now, and he's free of those things ailing him. We always called Richie a little cherub because of how delightful and sweet he was, and I hope now that he's a cherub. He's a perfect angel. There's a million things I could say about my brother, and not one of them bad, and I think that's truly amazing that someone can be so good, kind, and lovable. If you've never been close to someone with Down syndrome, get to know somebody with Down syndrome. The amount that he is loved and the amount he will be missed is immeasurable. I pray that we'll be united one day and be whole once again.
All right, Rich, come up everybody. Karen, this is a little trademark of Lifting Hearts Together. Every benefit we do, we get people to sign the flag. Because once the money's gone, what do you got? This you can always pull out, hang on the wall, or look at, or hang it in Richie's room, and let him know that these people loved him. So on behalf of Lifting Hearts Together, your flag. Lifting Hearts would like to thank each and every one of you for coming out today and helping us, because without your help and participation, we couldn't do the things we do for the families we do them for. So, from our hearts to yours, here's Tom.
All right, guys, thank you, everybody. That was pretty incredible. We're going to clear the stage here now. We're going to get ready for Jaden to take the stage.